Okay, in the operating room, it's just like what you might have seen in the movies. It's exactly what you might have expected. Everything you saw in the movies is pretty much what it looks like. They wheel me in there on the stretcher. Next to me is the operating table itself. It's not this big stainless steel table where Frankenstein is going to rise up from. This is like a black leatherette looking thing. Could have been pleather, I don't even know. And it was like really skinny. It was like just the width of my body, maybe like an inch or two on either side. That's it. It was like really narrow. And it had straps going along where the feet would go, and like the chest area, the upper chest or head or so, I don't know exactly what. So above me is the room, and you can see these big spaceship looking fucking lights, which are the operating lights that they turn on. Now they had two of them. They're round, and they had these pods in them, and each one looked like it had at least a 50-watt halogen bulb in it. I think there were 7 in one of the lights and 5 in the other. I'm not exactly sure, and of course you can adjust them any which way and things like that. The other interesting thing that comes into play is you've heard the expression cleaner than blooper, cleaner than a hospital's operating room. Well, there's actually a lot of things cleaner than that. One of the things I noticed in the room is that off on the far wall, far away from me, where it doesn't even matter anyway, they put up signs or posters like, "This is the new way we're doing stuff," you know, "For a good time, call Jenny, 867-5300, whatever kind of stuff they put up in the hospital. You know, all patients must now, whatever shit they put up, they just put a piece of tape on a piece of paper and smack it on the wall. And there's like leftover tape pieces and leftover adhesive and things have been there going up on that wall for years. And it looked like, why don't they peel the tape? But nobody ever takes the time to peel the tape off. So this whole thing, it's got to be cleaner than a hospital operating room. There's a lot of things cleaner than that. So if your cleanest is just a little bit messy, it's probably cleaner than a hospital operating room. Believe me. Now, on the table is a different story. Okay, so here we are back again under the lights. There's this Asian guy to the right of me. He's an assistant. Down past me are some other people, and they're going over some paperwork or something like that. And there's 3 or 4 people around the operating table here. And that can be adjusted in any fucking direction you'd imagine. You can tilt it up, you can tilt it down, you can twist it this way, you can turn it like that, bend this part up and have that down, go any fucking angle, any kind of Craftmatic 3 adjustable bed that you could possibly imagine. And the hospital beds do that too, but this is what this has got. It's got like any position or move possible it can do. But for all of these moves, eventually you have to lock it in place, and it has to be dead steady, because if they're cutting you with a scalpel and the table just goes, then that scalpel just cuts off, well, maybe part of you wanted to keep, if you know where I'm going. So they're having trouble with this table, and I'm not thinking much of it just yet, but there's an Asian guy, he's got a mask on, and he starts making like small talk with me. "Oh, you getting gallbladder out?" Yeah. "Oh, you ever been for surgery before?" "No, never did." "Oh, it's not too bad." "Oh, how long does it take?" "Oh, it's about an hour, maybe an hour and a half on the outside." "Oh, who's the doctor?" "Oh, yeah, that's right here. One second." He runs off quick. He's, "Oh, it's Dr. So-and-so." "Okay, good. You know, now I know that things are on the ball and everybody's going right. And, you know, we're just kind of making small talk. He made me feel at ease. But meanwhile, we got the Three Stooges show going on here, trying to get the table locked into place. So I finally said to the Asian guy, I said, "Hey, I can reschedule the surgery for tomorrow. I mean, if you're having this much trouble with the table now, this doesn't bode well for the actual surgery." And he laughed or whatever, and finally somebody said, "Oh, call in Mike someone or other." They call Mike. Mike comes running. What's the matter? Oh, we can't get the table locked. And he goes, cha-ching, and locks it in. Like, it was just like everybody had a brain fart or something. I don't know. Anyway, they get the table locked down. I don't know where the Asian guy went to at this point, but it was just nice to know I sort of had a friend on my side. And they said, okay, we need you to get on the table. So they kind of helped me, and I sort of shimmy over to that and get on the table. And like I said, the table is only like an inch or two wider than I am, so my arms have nowhere to go. Suddenly these trays like come up, they like attach to it or something, and they put these like foam pads under my arms, and they have like straps on them to strap them on my arm. And I was going to make a joke at that point and say, oh, are these to help aid the electricity in conducting to me? You know, almost as if it's an electric chair, but I refrained from saying that. Okay, so I get that, and now they get all the vitals hooked up. They got the blood pressure cuff. It's going every fucking minute. Boom, 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 boom. They're sticking a thermometer in me. The temperature, okay, 98.6. Good, throw it out. Okay, oh, temperature, get it again. Okay, 98.7. Very good. Okay, throw that out. Good. Boom, 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 boom. And everything's going, and things are starting to go like a little like, you know, people are starting to come into position here. And I said, oh, this is getting a little serious now. And I still haven't turned the lights on just yet. So I'm like, all right, I don't know when this is going to start. And then finally, some people move in. And one guy says, okay, we're going to give you some oxygen now. So he gets this mask. And he puts it on. And it covers your nose and your mouth. So it's sort of like triangular. Okay, you see like the triangle-looking shape kind of thing that it would be that would go on. So this is blocking a lot of your vision coming out. So you only have, like, you can see out this way and out this way and straight up, but again, the mask is still blocking a little bit of your vision. So they put oxygen and they say, oh, just breathe deep. And I said, that don't smell like oxygen. It doesn't smell bad, but that smells like China. Are they using a Chinese fucking mask on me? Like, what is this here? Well, then again, I don't think I really ever had oxygen, so maybe that is what it smells like. I don't know. That's a little weird, but eventually that smell sort of subsided. In other words, I got used to it. And I said, okay, you know, it's not bad. I'm not feeling any better or worse. I'm just there. I'm just there. And I'm breathing. You know, just breathing it in. Everything's good. So, yeah, just relax. Everything's fine. And now it gets weird. Remember, I got this mask on me, so I could barely see anything. Now an Asian lady comes into my field of view, right over here. Okay? I'm still fully awake at this point, because I told you everything right up to here. She comes in, I see her like kind of come into the picture a bit, and now she leans in. And she puts her hands on me, almost as if she's getting into bed with me. And I said, oh, what is this, you know? I said, this is rather interesting. And I knew that this wasn't supposed to, I don't know if it's just how she reached in. I don't know what it was. But she came in and she's right here. And she says to me, okay, sir, we are going to apply anesthesia now. Now, a lot of patients report having very pleasant dream during anesthesia. So you will also have very pleasant dream. No extra charge. I am dead serious. This is what this lady said to me. So she's and remember, she's on me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Very pleasant, and I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, if this got a happy ending to it, you know, we got it made right here. And I couldn't fucking believe what was going on. So she says to me next, she says, think of a place make you very happy, and in your mind go to very happy place, and you too will have very pleasant dream. And with that, she kind of gets up and goes out of the field of vision that I had. And I immediately think to myself, shit, she just put me on the spot. She wants me to think of a place, a happy place and that's it. I was out that fucking fast. It was like a light. It was instant. The next thing I knew, I woke up in the recovery room. And that part is next.